Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? In today's video, we're going to be talking all about Holiday Ambient Lighting Palette by Hourglass. We have the elephant. Today, I'm going to demo this palette for you. I'm going to show you what it looks like on my medium complexion. We're going to do some comparisons with previous holiday palettes from Hourglass. And I'm going to let you know what I feel like and which one I like best from, you know, the Holiday 2022 collection. If this is the first time passing by, I'm Gigi. I love to review high-end and luxury makeup. If you love that kind of content, go ahead and click on the red button that says subscribe, and also go to my Instagram because over there I do keep you posted on new sales, makeup releases, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's start. Alright friends, let's begin, and today we are going to be talking all about new Ambient Lighting Unlocked palette by Hourglass. We have the elephant right here. These are part of their holiday collection. I already reviewed the tiger. If you're interested, I leave that in the cards above. I did apply this all over my face and eyes. For the elephant though, I don't feel like we can apply this in the eyes. I think it's just gonna be like whatever. So I just did my whole base, as you can see, and I already have my eyes done. So we're going to be only applying the palette to our face. A lot of you were very interested in the application of this video because of my color. You guys match with me. A lot of you do, surprisingly, so that's very exciting. I'm excited to, you know, be able to demo it for you so you can take a look at what it looks like on a medium complexion. I'm gonna leave my foundations below so you can you know, have an idea of what's to come and, you know, if you can match me. But this is the palette and a quick look of it inside. Introducing 3 limited edition ambient lighting added unlocked palettes available exclusively for holiday 2022, featuring artwork by Katie Scott. These 6-pan palettes are a celebration of the natural world, including best-selling and brand new shades of blush, bronzer, highlighter, and finishing powder for a glowing complexion. It retails for 108 Canadian dollars, and these palettes are beautiful. They're very, very pretty to look at. Oh my god, I love it. And this is an actual elephant. She's being captured in New York. So a little bit, you know, of backstory you can go ahead and read on Hourglass's website, but they are giving back some of the proceeds from the sales of these palettes to animals in captivity. So that's really cool. I do appreciate you know, that. But anyhow, this is what we're gonna work with. Let's begin with bronzing because I feel mortified. I feel so pale and we need some dimension. So let's go ahead and take shade number 4, which is Lustrous Bronze Light. This palette has a bronzer. The tiger didn't. So I was interested to see if this was going to be a good bronzer for medium complexion, and it's actually very pretty. You can see that it gives me good amount of pigmentation, and I can tell that it's buildable. This bronzer is pretty. I like the color. I'm gonna bronze everywhere. I would normally bronze my complexion, just building a little bit so you can see what it looks like. But here it is. Bronzer, no bronzer. I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful shade of bronzer. Look at that. Very pretty and buildable. I really like it. I like this color. It's very natural, but I don't think this will show up on deeper complexions. It's truly a medium palette, so do keep that in mind. Next up, we're going to do a little bit of finishing. We're going to use a dim light and soft light, which is shade 1 and 2 of the palette. I'm going to mix these two, so this one and this one. I'm going to mix them, and then I'm going to do a light dusting all over my face. I'm gonna take my Referal brush, and I don't like to go right underneath my eyes. I find that sometimes this could be a little bit too glowy, or sometimes just not very flattering underneath my eyes. So I just be careful with that. I'll just go like a 3 pretty much, like if I was bronzing. I could go top of my nose. And this just gives the softest finish touch on the complexion. I already know I love dim light. This is one of the shades that I use the most in Hourglass. So I am very happy actually to see dim light in this palette. This just really evens everything out. If you have any harsh lines, you can go ahead and melt those with this powder. I really like this one. Now, the blushes, they're both pink. I mean, I feel like it could have given us like a coral in a pink, maybe. It would have been better, but this is what we have. So I just mix them together and I'm going to go ahead and apply it. And I did apply a ton, but this is a beautiful pink. I love a good pink blush, so I am actually very pleased and happy to have this shade in this palette, to be honest. I love it. Now I feel like I could do some finishing at this point now that I applied a ton of blush. I'm going to go back into those two shades and just soften the edges of the blush like so. And that just makes everything seem and pretty. Love it. Now let's go for the highlighter. This looks like a beautiful gold highlighter. The shade is called Beaming Strobe Light. I'm going to take my fan brush by Sonia. Just going to apply directly at top. Oh, I thought it was going to be a little light for some reason, but no, this is one of the medium ones by Hourglass. Look at that. Beautiful. So I dimmed down my ring light so that you can take a good look at my complexion. Hopefully you're able to see, you know, with a little bit of less studio lighting, but this is absolutely stunning. I feel like the colors are very pretty. They do soften the skin quite nicely. They hide pores, they hide texture. This palette is really beautiful. So that's it for the application portion of the video. If you couldn't tell, I loved every single shade in here. I love that it is spot on for someone medium complexion. Every single shade in here you're going to be able to use. I love that. Thank you, Hourglass. Very complimentary to my complexion. Every single powder in here just works. Love the two finishing powders that they included. They're perfect for my complexion. Not too light, not too deep. Absolutely beautiful. Love it, absolutely love it. But now I do feel that if you have this palette from last year and you what's this called, the unlocked one, but they did have two versions. They had a light and they had a deep version. I feel like if you have this, you have something very similar in your collection already. You can see that you get two pink blushes, you get a beautiful highlighter, you get a finishing powder, which is radiant light, and you also get a bronzer. These two palettes are very similar. This is the Elephant and this is last year's. You can see that the blushes are quite similar. They're pretty much the same thing, and we're gonna swatch them in a minute. The only difference is here you're getting two different finishing powders, and here you got that whole bar of the finishing powder. So if you didn't like this one, then you were stuck. In here they give you two options, which I think is nice. If you never get your hands on these, this is the way to go. If you already have this, I don't think you need the Elephant. Might as well just try the Tiger, in my opinion. Let's swatch the blush. The blush from last year's is a little bit, like the blushes are a little bit deeper. So you get one really deep one, and then you get that light pink blush. Let's do the two from this year. Here you go. So you get lighter blushes this year. Last year you got this really deep one, but I feel like they did that last year because this was the deepest palette, right? Like this year we have the Tiger, which is meant to be the deepest. This one is just the medium, so they gave you a little bit of a, you know, less pigmented blush. So that's that for the blushes. When it comes to the highlighters, let's swatch them. So this is last year's and this is this year's. They are very, very similar. These a little bit more gold last year's, and this year's just a little bit more I don't know, like peachy kind of, but on the skin pretty much same thing. Bronzers, I'm interested to see which one is deeper. So this is this year's, and then this is last year's. Oh, so last year's is lighter. That's interesting. So this is last year's, and then this is this year. So this year, medium palette, they give you a deeper bronzer than last year's deeper palette. Thank you, Hourglass. You know, we are making a lot of efforts here. We are little by little doing a little bit better. Love it. So the top is the new one, the bottom is last year's deeper palette. So I am happy. I'm actually very, very content. Very pleased with these comparisons. What I feel like this year makes this a little bit more special are the packaging, to be honest. These are just absolutely stunning. They're a work of art. They're beautiful. I don't even want to throw out the cardboard board because it's just so pretty. Look at this elephant. It is just so cute. It's absolutely stunning. This packaging is just out of this world. So I am very, very pleased, very happy with this year's collection. As I mentioned, if you wanted to see the Tiger in action, go ahead and watch that video, but I'll put them side by side just in case you are wondering. I feel like the Tiger is very, very unique. The shades in here are really, really diverse. So you can get so much done with these. You can use it on the eyes, on the face, and you're gonna get beautiful looks. So I feel like this is very, very unique. The elephant is not really that unique. It's been done. It's quite boring. It's just very simple. But to be honest, this is something that I would take in a heartbeat to travel, and this is all I need. So think about that. If you want that travels and you want everything in a palette, this is gonna be for you. If you don't have last year's palette and you feel like you missed out on it, I feel like this is beautiful. You can interchange the casing. If you don't like the elephant, you can get the Tiger, one back and forth. Only on Hourglass's website you're able to customize the palettes, which I think is pretty cool. For 2 years before the previous unlocked, this is what that one looked like. So this is the elephant, just looking a little bit deeper than the Ghost unlocked from a few years back. So in this one we get soft light. So soft light is going to be a repeat shade within these two palettes, but other than that the other shades are all new. And in these two palettes we don't have any repeats of shades. They just look similar, but they're not really the same exact shade. Alrighty friends, I think that's going to wrap up this video. That's going to do it. As I mentioned already, I feel like this is a beautiful palette. If you missed out on last year's deeper palette, I feel like this is a good alternative with a deeper bronzer. Really love the art, love the packaging. I'm in love with it. I love it. But if you wanted something more unique, I would say go with the Tiger. And if you're medium complexion, go with the Tiger. If you have tan complexion, I don't feel like this is going to be suited for you because the bronzer is not super deep and the finishing powders may look a little chalky and a little grayish for you. I feel like this is truly a medium, like someone with medium complexion palette, period. This is beautiful on me. I have medium complexion. This was everything, you know, every single shade worked for my medium complexion, so it's very, very accurate. When it comes to the Tiger, I feel like this is going to be beautiful for someone with deeper complexion. This finishing powder is going to be stunning if you have rich complexion, and if you have medium complexion like me, you can use this as a bronzer, and then the others one, you know, you can use a little bit of a coral blush, a little bit of a orange blush for, you know, the fall season. So I feel like Hourglass did an amazing job this time around. Thank you so much, Hourglass. These holiday palettes are beautiful. They just performed really well. Very well done. Alrighty friends, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this palette? What do you think of the demo, the application? Any comments, anything at all, they're always welcome below. Thanks so much, you guys, for love and support. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.